Hello, welcome to She's Occultish. I have not ever done a pick a card reading before, so I'm really excited to do that. This is how I got into tarot reading many years ago, about 8 years ago, so I'm excited to bring this to you. The deck I'm using today is the Shadowscapes Tarot. This was gifted to me by one of my lovely clients, and I'm excited to use it today. I'll set up the piles, cleanse my space, and I will meet you back with the pick a card. So here are your 3 piles to choose from. There are 3 different crystals here. This is pile 1, calcite, pile 2, jasper, and pile 3, labradorite. So pick a card for your message that you need to hear, and I'll put the timestamps in the description and a comment. Take your time, pick your energy. I can bring the crystals closer to you too. Where's the camera? There we go. This is the calcite. Oh my gosh, find the camera. This is the calcite. This is the jasper. And this is the labradorite. If you chose pile 1, this is your reading for what you need to hear right now. I'm going to move this crystal over to the side, and let's look at your cards. So we've got the Empress. This is such a beautiful card. We've got the Ten of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. Wow. Okay. I'm seeing a really specific story here. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I am seeing that you, at the present moment, or just past, or in the near future, you are in the process of discovering your truth, and it might have felt like a battle. You may have felt like you changed your mind frequently, can't seem to figure out who you are at your core. I'm seeing this being a really like identity-based truth seeking. You may have switched up your personality, who you see yourself. This is also like really connected to beliefs as well, where you may have found that your beliefs have been changing pretty rapidly recently, and you may be kind of in a state of confusion. Maybe not even confusion. Maybe you're very sure of yourself. I'm seeing in every version of yourself, you're going from one thing to the next, and in those moments, you're very connected with those things, but you're just figuring it out. And the message that I'm seeing here is that this is all part of the process, and it can be confusing and it can be frustrating to not be able to settle on one identity or one personality trait or one hobby or one thing. But this time in your life is really, it's crucial, and it's important for you to be able to experiment and find these different versions of yourself. And eventually what will reveal itself to you is that all of these different versions of yourself make up who you are. You're not just one thing, and you don't have to put yourself in one box. You have a lot of things contributing to who you are, both positive and negative experiences, both things that you loved and things you didn't like. You may also be finding that you're finding what you don't like a lot recently too, where you're trying new things and you're like, well, I thought I'd love this, but I hate that. That's also really important for you to understand who you are and what you are meant to be doing. So I'm going to pull just a couple more cards here just to get a final message about what you need to hear. Yeah, I'm getting the energy that you should keep on going. It's part of the process. You have to go through this process in order to really find these answers that you're seeking. And really the answers that you're seeking are within you. But sometimes in order to access those answers, you have to experience different things. This may have been a really painful process for you, but I'm seeing it adding to your passion and adding to this energy of searching and finding who you are at your core. You may feel a bit stuck with your energy maybe not being able to escape at times. But again, the main message here is that everything is for a reason. That's so cliche, but it's all coming together. You may not be able to see how it's coming together yet, but try to look at things through that lens, that different perspective, that these experiences that you're having are all working together to give you the answers that you are looking for. I hope you liked this reading. I hope it resonated with you. If you liked it, I would love for you to subscribe, like this video, comment how this message showed up for you. If you'd like a personal reading, I give readings on Etsy, and you can check out my website, she'soccultish.com, where it links to all my readings and my yoga classes, which I am just now starting to offer. I am doing a free yoga class, season of yoga period, until December 21st, 2024. So do look into that if you're interested, and thank you. I'll see you in the next one. If you chose pile 2, then this reading is for you. This is what you need to hear. So I'm going to move this crystal over here and let's look at your cards. Got the King of Wands, the Moon, the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. Someone didn't shuffle. Or maybe it's fate. Who knows? Maybe they were stuck together. Well, I'm going to believe that that was meant to be, and that this is the message that you are meant to hear. I'm going to pull one more card just to confirm this message that I'm seeing here. It's very similar, I feel, to pile 1, but it's kind of a different aspect, a different kind of perspective on a very similar journey. So I think that they're very distinct, though. And we've got the Five of Wands here for the clarifying card. Okay, so there's a couple different things showing up here for these cards, pile 2. I'm ultimately seeing kind of a journey about discernment between being fueled by your emotions and being fueled by your passion and your desires and what you think you want. There's also a lot of like energy, kind of energy balancing going on. I think that there might be a bit of a disconnect between what you want and what you've had passion for and what is actually feeling fulfilling to you. And this could be a specific project that you're working on, a specific maybe job, or just something that you thought you wanted and you still want, but you're feeling maybe a disconnect between what you're driven to accomplish and what feels right to you. And so, especially, I love this moon card. It's just so, where's the camera? I had a trouble finding the camera on the first pile too. But here's the moon. I love mushrooms. It's feeling like this could also deal with leadership as well. You may find yourself heading a project or finding yourself in a leadership position, and there might be a disconnect for you between what you think a leader is and what you've always been taught a leader is, and what like how to get that leadership position also, and how to find yourself there. And there might be a disconnect between that process and your beliefs, or between what you think a leader is and what it actually feels like for you. So there is kind of a story here of this start of this process of thinking about what ways you can maybe implement more emotion into your leadership style, more emotion into your projects and your career. And that doesn't mean it feels more like positively charged emotions, how to lead with love and how to be more open. You may have been feeling closed off to maybe other opinions, other ideas, and you may have found yourself just really stuck in your original vision. And there's a need here to find a source within yourself that allowing for change. I'm getting a little tongue-tied. It might be very difficult for you to talk about your emotions too, especially when it comes to work. You may have had the opinion that there is not a place for emotions in your work, or at least there's not a place for openness and maybe communication as well in your work, in your workplace too. This could be something that you're finding that you're not liking about your workplace, that you prefer. Maybe you prefer your coworkers to be your friends. You like to have a casual relationship with your boss, which maybe no judgment, no judgment and no opinions on that. That just kind of sounded strange, but I hope you get what I'm saying. Like maybe more of like a family business vibe, or like something that's more casual and friendly and family in a way that's not, a red flag. A lot of places and companies and jobs will say we're like a family and then treat you really poorly. And maybe that's what you're experiencing here too, that you're not getting that, and that's what you thought you were going to get out of this. So all of that to say, there's a lot of different versions of kind of the same thing, is that there is a disconnect between what you were looking for and what you're actually feeling in your current situation. So there is a kind of advice that you have to come to the conclusion of how to receive that energy in your life. And the advice here is to do work to become more connected to your emotions in your work. And that can look like just taking a moment when you're making decisions and asking yourself if it feels right to you, if you're like, what emotion is tied to this decision. When you wake up, when you get to work, whatever that looks like for you, when you start working on this project, just take an extra moment at the beginning to just sit with how you feel and let that guide your actions that you take, and see how that changes what shows up for you. See how that changes how you work. See how that changes the way that you interact with your coworkers, the way that you interact with your boss, the way, if you're in a leadership position, the way that you interact with the people that you're leading. And it's more, the message is more of like witnessing the changes and witnessing and being aware of your own emotional states in these situations. So that is your message for what you need to hear right now. I hope this resonates with you, and I hope you liked the message. I do offer personal readings on my Etsy store, She's Occultish, as well as my website, she'soccultish.com. There's a link to all my Etsy readings, as well as links to my yoga classes, which I just started offering. I would love if you would check that out if you're interested. We're doing a free classes period I'm calling the season of yoga until December 21st, 2024. So do check that out if you would like, and thank you for watching. Hello, Pile 3. If you chose Pile 3, this is your reading on what message you need to hear right now. I'm gonna move your crystal over to the side and let's look at the cards. We've got Justice, Temperance, the Devil, the Hermit. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh. Ace of Wands. That's a lot of major arcana. And the Ace of Cups. Okay. I'm seeing mostly a message of patience, which this can be really annoying, an annoying reading to receive. I used to get so many readings about be patient. I still get readings about be patient, and it annoys the crap out of me. So I'm sorry to do this to you, but this is the message that I'm seeing. It's more advice on how to more effectively be patient in your situation. So I'm seeing that you may be waiting on some news. You may have been receiving reading upon reading about your manifestations or a big change in your life that you've been wanting for a long time, and your destiny. It feels like you've been waiting on your destiny, and you've been so patient, and it's getting frustrating, and it's getting to the point where maybe I don't see you giving up, honestly. Or feeling like you're giving up, but I feel like you may be asking recently though, like, okay, where is it? Okay, how many more weeks, months, years do I need to wait for this? And I'm seeing just a feeling of being really stuck and feeling really like I don't think you're close to giving up, but I think that like it might feel like the start of a period where you're not actively looking for this manifestation, desire, destiny, whatever that is for you. And yes, the cards are saying that you still have to be a little bit more patient, and you're patient enough. I don't want to say more patient for longer. I mean, it is coming. I want to confirm that once and for all. You don't need to continue to watch readings if that's something that you find yourself doing a lot. And it might even be making it feel worse for you. It might be, it's nice once in a while to get kind of reassurance that these things are coming in for you. Like, everything's gonna happen. It's all gonna happen. But sometimes when you're watching a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot, and they're just keep on saying, especially the readings that are like, in 1 week, on this day, like, those are really hit or miss, and sometimes, that timing isn't, especially in the pick a card readings or collective readings, that timing might not be right for you. So I am seeing that maybe pulling away from asking when and starting to ask different questions, or starting to view the process and this waiting period in a different light. And that could mean, not forgetting about what you believe is your destiny, not forgetting about your manifestations, but kind of moving into a receiving energy, and being like, okay, I trust and know that this is going to happen for me because I've been told many times, possibly, or I've told myself this many times, and I believe this to be true. Allow yourself to, sit in that belief, accept it, and work on other things. And your waiting period and waiting for this, it doesn't have to be all about waiting, and it doesn't have to be all about this destiny. Even if it's your core belief, it's gonna happen, and it's it could be all that you think about, and you run the risk of kind of forgetting to live your life and forgetting to make decisions and continue on living. And you can still have this belief that these things are made for you, and that these things are going to happen. They're going to come in. You're going to successfully manifest them. Two things can be true at once. This thing can be meant for you, and it can be coming in, and you can also do other things. Because you don't have any idea how things are going to manifest. You don't know the how. And I'm so guilty of this myself, is being very concerned with the how, and not in choosing not to live life because I'm so concerned with, okay, how is this going to happen? I want to force fate. I want to get myself in these situations where certain things might happen. And it's so ultimately much better for you to let go of that, and it's so much easier said than done. And you have other things that you want to do, and there are things that you want to do that you may believe that you have to wait for this thing to happen, this destiny to happen before you can do this, but you can actually start now. And so there are definitely some things that you can start now, and it might take some time to kind of switch and change into this new mode where you are, it's not even putting things on the back burner, but like allowing these things to be working in the background while you're doing other things, and while you're working on yourself, and while you're working towards a goal that you don't have to wait for this thing to come in order for you to start, in order for you to plant the seeds. So the message here is that use this time and use this opportunity. Like, you're being presented an opportunity here to work on other things and to work on yourself. Maybe it's a self-growth thing. Maybe there's a habit you've wanted to implement in your life. Maybe there's something new that you've wanted to do. Could be a hobby, could be a project, could be a career goal, it doesn't even also have to be goal oriented at all. Maybe it's somewhere that you've wanted to travel, but you can only travel here because this has to happen first. Some crazy, amazing things can happen if you simply ask for it and think about the now. What in the present moment can you do in your life that can maybe get you closer, or maybe like you have no idea. Maybe some of these things that you can do now, like eventually, even if it has nothing to do with what you see your life in the next 10, 15 years, 5, 10, 15 years, I don't know what the timeline is, but you have no idea what can lead you where you're meant to be. So what's important is that you seek your inner guidance and you use that power to propel you forward. And really, that's the message I have for you. I hope that resonated. I hope you get what I'm putting down, and you're doing amazing, sweetie. You're patient, and that's good, and work on some other things. You've got it. Let it go. That's so much easier said than done. Sending love. I hope this resonated with you. Thank you for watching. I do offer personal readings on my Etsy, she's occultish.etsy.com. Also, my personal website, I don't own Etsy, she's occultish.com. All of my Etsy readings are listed there. And also yoga, which I'm really excited to be offering free virtual classes until December 21st. All my classes are virtual. Just until December 21st, free classes. Check it out if you'd like. And thank you so much for watching.